no development you are talking about. And before I say anything, you know, if you remember middle 80s, when the so-called Bangida was in power, that time, 70s, 80s, any person that is living in any part of Igbo land, people who live in Lagos State on the north, if they are 100, I don't know, I must use my own side where I came from. If you see the people that came down from Lagos, you will know they have nothing. 70s, people that live in Lagos are very, very poor. If you want to talk about people who make money in Igbo land, that's 70s, 80s. You talk about people who live in Aba, Onitsha, in the eastern side. So people that live outside Igbo land, we are nobody. In everything, they don't have money. Most of them don't even come home often. Because when they come and see what people who live in Aba and Onitsha, Nineveh, and all those eastern side, the kind of money they were making, and the kind of the level where they are, the people who live in Lagos at that time, they were ashamed to come home. I don't know about another side of Igbo land, but my own side. So
you're right.
It was when Babangida visited Anambra. When he visited East, the first time Babangida visited East, when he made the comment that this was not where he fought the Nigerian Biafran war. Because when he came into Onitsha, he started seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like a sand. So people thought that he was praising the Igbo people, not know that Babangida was against the Igbos. What did he do? After that visit, he went and everything changed. And this is when Warri Port and the Port Harcourt Port, all the ports in Igbo land, in the Biafra land, they were all working. So, in my own local government, in my own town, it is not any person that might doubt what I'm saying. Go and look at the campaign that this man did. What do you call him? What do you call him? Inyedioha. You kind of Inyedioha. Inyedioha will use it as a campaign that if he win election, because the Allah Kidata was more industrial than Newi. I'm telling you 100%. So they use policy and destroy all the whole industry. All the whole industry. In our communities, in our towns, in our villages. Babangida destroy it. They move those ports. Everything that's coming, they close it. And all the whole businessmen.
Yeah, brother, yeah. Sorry, let me just say, because all those industries, they will want to be near to the seaport in Lagos and in other places where so that is not normal thing to do. So what they did, anyway, I will explain it later when I come in. It's more like ethnic cleansing. It's called ethnic cleansing, but it comes in different shape and different levels. So, but I will explain later when I come in because it's not there.
So, what did they do? They used policy. They know what they did. And they closed all those industries. It was when they closed the seaport and everything that all the whole businessmen in Onitsha. I came from a family that does business very well. They were doing very, very okay. Majority of them left Onitsha. If you have importation, some of them will have house in Onitsha. They will go in Lagos and hire apartment. And from there, when their containers come, they will go and clear the containers in Lagos.
Yeah.
They will be doing all those things. So that is how all the whole Igbo people started moving to Lagos. They start moving to Lagos. That one, I know it very, very perfectly. well, all of them started moving to Lagos, and majority of them that went to Lagos, all those billionaires you see in Lagos today, they did not, it was not the original people that were living in Lagos. They were all people who relocated from the east.
Yeah.
All of them. So that was the policy. They know what they need to our people. They know 100%. But what is paining me is these present politicians are fools. These very present politicians we see. That is why it's hurting me about Peter Obi. That is why every time I talk about it, my mind will be very hot for Peter Obi. Because this is a man that he said he spent some years, more than 10 or 15 years in London. He went to school. He came, he ruled up Anambra State. He had that opportunity to turn those things around. When Jonathan was in power, all these seaports were there. It is only just a policy to rewrite it. And it's coming to be the Igbo savior today. So, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, all these things that we are suffering, the Igbos are suffering today, we are suffering those things because of the policy of wickedness of Nigeria against the Igbos and the Biafrans. And where it pains most is some of those politicians that come from Biafra, like Amechi and this idiot Wike, they thought that when all those things start working, that the Igbo people that will benefit it. Look at Jonathan, somebody that has had opportunity. And what I will say, if God let Nigeria give him 24 hours, 24 hours for him to become Nigerian president. And Jonathan have it for 6 years. And Otoke is still in darkness. Every part of Igbo land is in darkness. Every part of Biafra is in darkness. And now people are Obi is parabolating everywhere. And they have the opportunity in Anambra State. Even when Yar'Adua started drilling River Niger, so that there will have sea port between the Nigers. River Niger and River Benue. Peter Obi was there, Payasani was there, and Jonathan was there. What stopped them from making it? It's only a policy. So, and for them to get it back now, it is impossible. All this they are talking about restructuring, they are wasting time, because instead of Northern to accept the restructuring, it will be better for them to do what? To separate Nigeria. Northern will never accept anything restructuring. Go and mark it. So they are talking all the person telling you restructuring, that person is wasting his time. Let me come talk about this little one, this present one that they are talking about, Ruga. This is the idiot Musa. Christopher Musa is telling the Igbos, the Nigerians to give up their land, so that they will do what? So that they will have a land if they want their life. So they are forcing you to give up your land. When they have taken everything about you and make sure that they relocate you out of your community, out of your land, and they force you out of your land, now they're asking you that you have to give them land, so that you remain in their slave in their places we are residing. And they will come with their Ruga to make sure that they kill every people that is still living in the villages, where they want to use their Ruga and their ranches. It can never work. The only person that's talking about it, that person is wasting his time. Okay. So that is the message. See, that is the message. So let any person that is talking about Obi can do nothing. If you are still wasting your time and waiting when Obi will come, that he will develop, he had opportunity with Jonathan, with Pius Anyim, with Okonjo Iweala, with Amoechi. All of them were there. They could not do it. It is when when they will cage him to give him power, he just want to write his name as the former president of Nigeria. He can do nothing. And you see, he can't do nothing. So let me lay my mark for now. Thank you, Maz.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. I appreciate you for that submission. We must continue. My sister Ijoma, take the mic, unmute yourself. Let's hear from you, our sister Ijoma.
Good morning, Biafrans. Good afternoon, and greetings according to your time zones. Thank you.
Good morning. Happy weekend. Are you there?
It's like, okay, be like some Sister
We can't
Joma
hear
is
you,
not there.
sister. Huh?
I think maybe she's not. So,
Sister Joma, are you there?
Can you hear me? I'm here.
Okay, we can hear you now.
I'm
Go
here.
ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I changed location again. All right.
Okay.
So, good morning, and good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, everyone. That's the idiom our brother wanted to put that time. So,
Yes.
Obi. Yes, Obi is not an able man, and Obi will never give anything good to Nigeria, not to talk of us, that he hated so much. In fact, we will have to go and study Obi, how Obi hated us. Obi belongs to Sokoto. His children belong there. His wife belongs there. That is where he goes and he feels at home. He's only a stooge among us, like many of them. And let me say this, in the whole Nigeria, nobody that has held Nigerian position can ever do good in politics. If only the people will wake up their consciousness. Because when they are given that positions, they are giving it on fraud. And when they are there, they are working it on fraud. They all have cockroaches everywhere. So such people can never change anything. They can only make the worst out of what they have already built. Nothing good, no magic. It's a common sense thing. Because when you want to do, your other colleagues will remind you your past. And that's your past, you don't want to give it up, because the only way to amend your past is to totally give up your past and confess. None of them are ready to do that. No one. So it becomes very difficult for that to happen. So, and because they have chosen the path of darkness, their children are all over the world, but we don't hear about them. Why? Like our brother said, they proscribed us because we are the ones that will build the industry that a nation needs. We are the ones that have the talent. Their children don't have the talent. It's not a curse. They curse their children. It's very visible. They curse their children. Why are we not hearing about their children all over the world? The other day, last time, we heard about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, 6 years old son, making an impact, winning the best in United States of America. Now, if these children of the politicians, present and past of the Nigeria states, is making impact, nothing will stop us not to hear about it. That is why I tell you people, they are useless wherever they are. When you want to hear about them, you hear about them in TikTok. When they will wear all the earrings and everything, come out and somebody will be saying, this is Tinubu's daughter. You see her that he wants to emulate Obama's daughter. Obama's daughter, the first time we know about her and the other sister was when they were graduating from the best university in United States. And they are graduating with an award, not because they are president's children, but because they merited it. And somebody just rose up somewhere, you know that, okay, my father is also a drug wanted, wicked, useless president somewhere. And I want to show myself. It's a Tinubu daughter. It's a shame. It's a very big shame. So that is why they want to kill everybody. That is why they have no mercy. Because inside their hearts, they have grudges against you that is clean. Satan can never like Jesus. There is an everlasting war between the light and the death and the darkness. And until we understand that as Africans, we will never make an impact. Immigration. Everybody immigrates. Everybody immigrates. It's unfortunate that Most of our people that will come out to claim that they are learned, they can talk politics, they don't even know their history. If you don't know your history, where are you going to start to talk about politics? Before you come and talk about politics, you must know the history now. You cannot just jump and take what is in the newspaper or what people are saying, you hear by the wayside, and you stand up and you are making a fool of mess of yourself, saying you are talking about politics. Everybody migrates. What makes the migrants of the Igbos different from that everybody is because we make impact. That's why we are seen. We don't live like everybody. We have a way of living. We don't live in the trash. We make the trash to go because we understand that it's human being that will pack the trash and make it a city. That is why our own is different. And that same man you are accusing that he have a house in Abuja, as if now it's a crime for somebody to enjoy his money wherever he likes. We are talking about it, but it's not a crime. But go and see, the one he has at home is bigger than that one in Abuja. And I want to tell you that our people that is doing business in that Lagos, and they have a way of bringing money of that business back, which I will not say here. It is the secret of the Igbos, a very tangible way. You can never jump it. I was there, that's why I know. Ndị be anyị na-eyuzu uche ha. Ndị be anyị ji uche ha eme ihe, ana m agwa unu eziokwu. Na ha na ebe ahụ abụghị n'obi dị ha mma. Ndị be anyị ji uche ha eme ihe. Mana ihe na-ewezi m iwe bụ na o ruo mgbe ha ga-ebunite n'uche ha ahụ were ofu obi kwuo okwu. They will now, some will slank. Others that will talk will be afraid of those that slank. Because ndị nke nara azụ ga-abụzi ndị nke jerure ha. Ha echefuzie na o nwere ihe mere ihe ha ji eme ihe ha na-eme. The fundamental reason ha ji eme ihe ha na-eme, ha echefuo immediately. Maka na ahụ ụfụ apụgo ha n'ahụ. Ọ ebe a ka anyị nwere nsogbu. So ndị be anyị ji uche ha eme ihe, and amụma nkwu anything. Ha nụ ihe a ha ga-ama ihe m na-ekwu. Onye ọbụla jere ije ahụ ga-aghọtakwa ihe nwa na-ekwu. So the Yorubas are all over also in our land. They are working. Some of them are caretakers, some of them are this. The worst part is, if you see the Yoruba caretakers in our land, they are worse than demons against the people of the land. I'm telling you the truth. It's like everywhere this tribe is, they are just revenging us for a crime we don't know when we committed it against them. We must be saying it. Who said we should not say it? Who said we should not say it? How can you not say a problem that is still there staring at your face? You can only stop talking about a problem when the solution has been given and you saw that the solution is working. Who said we should stop saying it? And we must continue to hammer it because that is the fundamental problem we are into. That is where the foundation is. These people hated us without any reason because they were told to hate us. Just like the Islam is told that every other person that is not Islam is an infidel and deserve not to live. They go to their eating table. They will go to their eating table and will try to say, let us pray. That is what they dish to their children before they give them food. Can you imagine? These people can never repent. They can't. And that's why when any of their children repented, you know what they do to them? They disown them. They disown them. Do you think that Fulani doesn't have saboteurs? It's because they have even come out in the social media and say, let anybody go and sabo. They handle their saboteurs to silence. They don't have mercy on them. And then, it's not every Fulani that like what they are doing, but you dare not. And until we start also handling our saboteur, in every nation you see that stands, that fought the war, in this Europe, France, their own is in their history. I read it. They brought out their saboteurs and make sure that they go to the land of no return. But because our people will see a sabo, the same sabo is building hotel after he's enjoying that hotel, and the people he has killed is in the land. And the other one that wouldn't have been a sabo thought, okay, it's the easiest way to go out of this mess. And he became a sabo because the first one was not handled. That is what we are facing. Until we take away and fight seriously with the Nigerian imposed Igbo politicians to destroy us. Until we fight these people, that is the Nigerian state in our midst, the Igbo politicians imposed on us by Nigerian states to do their bid. We are going nowhere. And on this point, I keep calling on the Minister of or Secretary of Foreign Affairs and the Minister or Secretary of Defense. In this very stage we are, two of you is very critically needed. What you do will determine where we will be. The more you waste the time, the more people die at home. Why did I say this? We are very soon, I don't know, we are counting 8 months of our redeclaration. Why is it that we have not had a new country, apart from the one Ejiko did, included in our, what do you call it, supporting us as a country? Why? Recognition, thank you, that's the word. Why? God has made this thing so easy for us. Who said that Chukwu Okike is not fighting this battle for us? We are the one holding ourselves. The common sense that is not common, or common sabo that is in the front, one of these things is what is holding us. Now, these African countries that the Lord has delivered through the speech of our leader, that they bought and become his first-class students, has stood there. God helped them to come out. On earth, who will tell you that outside will be the one to recognize you first? Yet we have an idiom that says, these very countries have come to realize the real problem of Africans. It is not religion, it is not politics, it is planned wickedness. And they are dealing with that planned wickedness, embracing one another, embracing who they are. What is stopping our foreign this thing? I know they will say they write a letter everywhere. Yeah, it's true. I don't want to go further because I'm not in the government. But I am telling you, and anybody that is hearing this, think about what I'm saying. When you go to bid a contract, you don't bid a contract of Shell the same way you bid a contract of ELF. You will use ELF term to look for contracts in ELF. And you will use Shell term to use contracts in Shell. You cannot make a photocopy of the same thing you tell Shell and go to Ajip or to F and say they will give you the contract. You must be the biggest fool. You will make your findings about them. What is their interest? What do they like? Where are they heading to? What do they want of me? This is how to write a letter. You cannot write one letter and make photocopy all over the world and galavant that you have written a letter. You just make a mess of yourself because you have not made any point. Maybe if you are lucky, one person, that point, touch that person. And the basic of this, you are looking at the West where you are, which is no point to anybody that is in Africa that has realized themselves. And now there are few there. This AU, that is majority or so, that's in quotes, they are following the footsteps of the West because they are their servants. They are not there for you. Have we not been writing AU? Have we not been writing ECOWAS? How can a corrupt person bring corruption, bring a clean slate to you? Impossible. So we are spelling out the sufferings we are into because of the policy that is down. The whole world is silent because of what they are gaining from our land. You can only focus on those that has liberated themselves to help you. If 1 or 2 countries has recognized us, no matter, Nigeria will shake. The West will shake. 8 months down the line, God has given us a clear table to go. AES is there. Tanzania is there. Another country was this beautiful woman that sent America's packing. It's also there. These are the people with core African values. That when you knock on them on those values that they are standing on, they will not, even Botswana. I heard that Ghana has joined them. Even with the understanding of Ghana now, no matter what, there's a way you will write that letter. Ghana will understand that you are where he is. You don't just write it as Ghana and Nigeria. Please, We appreciate everybody in the government so much because nobody is being paid. We appreciate you people. God bless you people. God bless our DPM. But please, anybody around her, make things easy. If really you cannot hold that post, it's better that that post is vacant. When a need comes, everybody will come together and solve that need until the right person that's supposed to be there will be there and do the job. Then if you stay there and you be Agada Bachiruzo, or you stay there for what God knows why. Because we are not, these two ministries are called out now. You are the one that will make the Biafrans to go. You are the ones that will make us to keep shouting without any results in the very state we are in now. So go and do your assignment well. Go and do your assignment well. And Biafrans will breathe and we will thank you for it. And if you see that it's difficult for you, you put resignation letter like others are putting. It is allowed. It is very much allowed. Don't go and answer name or stay there. You are doing, but what you are doing is not yielding results. You are also not doing anything. A child that is going to school without resulting, without graduating, has not studied anything. You can only, the exam is only to show that you have learned that thing, even as it's not the test of knowledge. We can say that. Exam is not the test of knowledge, but exam shows a primary way of showing that you learned something. So if you are doing what you are doing,
Sister Ijoma, if you don't mind, okay, bro, cabinet member, but even no access to the cabinet, am I correct or not? Because, like for example, sorry.
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, because the last time Maze Chuksunyem link mbanye there, no, close to 7 hours, and we're chance to say anything or so. But Sister Ojugo had Julia, but they allowed her in, and even you too. I think I had you spoke on that very day. Now, more and we're insight as to what goes on there, or even to ask questions, but like what you're saying about, I don't know. So obviously, very much an outsider. Anything I know from this platform is what I know. But Dika, if you can, maybe if you are there, you speak with DPM or to put these things to them. If there's any section or secretary or ministry that is not performing, can there not be, I don't know. So I have no idea, because based on what you are saying now, it appears there are those that are not performing, or it's not the fault is not in the hand of DPM. Am I correct? I mean, what do you think?
There are those. I'm not in the cabinet, but when you see what is going on, if you know about politics and the politics of this world, you will see that there are those that are not performing, especially because we suppose the way Africa has gone, like I keep saying, there was a sister in the last program of our brother that said that, I think a sister or a brother, I don't know if it's this program, that said that is it Pakistan or no? Yeah, they were recognized only by two countries, that their leaders were taken in, and they were able to get two countries recognition, and that makes their leader to be released. Because a country has. So if you are following well and using your sense, you ask yourself at that time, this awareness that is today that our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has created, I tell you, it is more easier for us. One, we have these almost five countries or more that will stand with us. Important countries.
Even South Africa. Even I just heard. Even sister, I just heard. I don't have the confirmation or authenticity, but that Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, is on the neck of Nigerian government now about Nnamdi Kanu. I've not been able to confirm how authentic that is, but he told them, he wrote to the government that, look, the African Union and People's Charter and the African Court, they've all freed him, that he has won in the court in almost every area, so that why are they still, still holding him, and that Nigerian government replies South African government that they will not accept meddling from outside that they would. Hello?
Now, yeah. Yes, I have not heard that one, but let's take it from where you are talking about now.
Yes, so that the South African government told Nigeria that, look, they don't. It's not, the intention is not to meddle in the internal affair, but that as Africans, that they have that the judicial system, because Africa have their own courts, so that sorry.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, so that it has to be respected, because if it affects one, it affects others. So again, like I said, I've not been able to confirm it, but because based on what you are saying, that there are moves that can be made, and now because things are happening, so if we can take advantage of it, that would be wonderful.
Okay, thank you so much.
Before my sister Ijoma continues, sometimes I decide not to talk about some certain issues because of a certain reason. I try as much as possible to keep this very platform as a platform that will allow Biafrans to express themselves without being intimidated or being gagged. And that is why sometimes when the issue comes about the government of Biafra, the United States, USB, I decide to keep silent and I don't talk about it. I don't talk about so many things for a reason best known to me. In the cabinet of Biafra, I attend most of their meetings, and for some time, for a certain reason, I've not been in that meeting for my own personal reasons. It is not to explain anything, but there are certain things that we just have to sit back and watch and see what will happen. For me personally, the way I do my things, I do not like to go along with speculations. They said and they said and they did not say. And once that information is not confirmed, I don't buy into it. More especially at this time that we are in. This very time that we're in, where you have technology have gone to a different level, where people can use AI to generate a lot of things. Once you give me an information, if I check it, it is not confirmed, I won't talk about it, neither will I mention it. Just like the one my brother is talking about now, my brother Christian is talking about South Africa. Nothing like that exists. To the best of my knowledge, there's nothing like that exists. There is nothing like that existing anywhere. You see, that is why sometimes I advise our people, using propaganda in this our struggle will not help us. I know that propaganda is part of the game, but there are areas we have to use it. There are areas, but some of us in the media, they don't know when to use it and where to use it. And that is where we are having many problems. Some of them, you find out they even use the propaganda against themselves. You use a propaganda that will be against you.
Correct.
You use a propaganda that will be against you. And I said in the other my program, I said, look at Mazen Nandekano that broadcasted for more than a decade. Even after appearing in the court, they traced all his broadcasts. They could not find anything in that broadcast to convict him. You think it's easy? Look at Simon Eber. Finland took 6 good months. 6 good months to look through all his activities.
Everything. Without nothing.
They didn't find anything. Those of us in the media today that are speaking, whether you are for Mr. A or Mr. B, tell me how many of us will stand in the court today and they will not find your video that you cannot be able to defend. So many of us that are in this media, take them to court today. Only one video, we send them to life imprisonment.
Straight ahead. Straight.
Only one video. But yet, our people don't listen. There are so many things that are not adding up. But destroying the house is not an alternative. It's not a solution.
Exactly.
It is never a solution. Just like the question my sister is asking and the comment she was making was going to a certain direction. Just like my brother Christian, there was a time a question was asked in this platform. And the way I stopped that question, it almost caused a problem. But I had to stop that question and answer it the way I answered because of the nature of what we are doing. Even though I know that it was a legitimate question that my brother Christian asked that day. But some of us are not careful about these informations. just like I said before, I wish there is another alternative for us to get Biafra. There is no other alternative except this structure that is from Mazen Nandekano to where we are today, where Dr. Ngozi Oregwese is one piloting it. We have to manage it until our leaders come out and we go to where we're going to go. And in terms of recognition, Mazi Simon Ekpa made it very clear. It is going to take time. When you hear that word is going to take time and the procedure is going to go, you will know. And again, remember, even if we are seeking for recognition for Africa, remember there were some African countries that have already recognized us and they never took back their recognition. If I were to say, as a human being on my own now, the pressure we are supposed to mount, the area we are supposed to are those people who recognized us and they never took back their recognition. Even though I heard they have been written. In one of the meetings, it was said that they have been written, information have been sent to them to remind them, but I just say it as I heard it. We need to do more. I will not say more than this. We need to do more. Just like my sister was saying, I'm pointing out some offices that have to sit up. It is absolutely, absolutely right. There are so many things I cannot talk the way you talk because of my position. I cannot speak the way you speak. I cannot raise the topic you raise. There are something questions my brother Christian will ask here or raise, or my sister Ijoma will raise here or ask, but I will not do the same.
That is true. But at the same time, if I were you, because I'm not you, so but at least I have to speak about myself. For example, if I have access and if I feel something is not going right, I will advise. It's not to condemn, it's not condemnation, but I will advise that let's do like this to get a better result. So I won't just stay away or keep quiet. Otherwise, it'd be like aiding, kind of the wrong. I don't know, but yeah.
You are right, but let me not go too far.
Okay. Exactly. Exactly. Mazi, let me continue. Thank you for your platform. So, we are the citizens of the United States of Biafra, the best country in this world, whether anybody like it or not. And we are talking to our beautiful government, the men and women of caliber that has helped us to get to this place. And with respect, we are saying what we think, because 1 + 1 will bring to all of us want to go. We want to see our military out of the bush, walk majestically in our streets with their badges, with honor in our streets, not in the bush. That's why we are very much concerned. I want to go back as a Biafran as soon as possible, with honor and respect, flying in Biafra Airways. That's my joy. So that's why I'm making my own contribution. If anybody, if any fool that is there to misunderstand, they are always the sabos. Every reasonable person will know that these people are doing or saying. Even we have to guide our destiny, like you said, Maka. So we understand that we must put that in our head, so that we don't stay where we are trying to bring our own solution and spoil things. I understand that very well. And that's why I put it. And that's why I cannot answer some questions that our brother asked me, because I'm not in the government, but I can answer that question, but I will not answer it. Now, based on what I was saying, if now, like our brother said, Africa has law. Every continent after the world, they are useless, united, whatever, that is not uniting anybody. Every continent has their law, their rule of law. Which Africa, the most beautiful, the garden of the world, where everybody is eating, but they are yet to understand themselves that when they take their key, the world, WORLD, will go in hunger. They have not realized that, because stooges are still in front more in our seat of powers. So Africa has their rules, their constitutions. Nigeria has refused to adhere to it. There was a video of this, our Kenyan brother, Matanga, I respect. When you talk about Pan-Africanism,
Masanga, yes.
Yeah. He was complaining about how Nigeria has always put a Yoruba man as the person that will understand or will take every complaint that comes from Africa in the position of AU. And this Yoruba man is there to trash every information of Biafrans that come in. And he has an evidence, he said, of what he was saying. Can you imagine that? The same thing they did to UN. They used a woman to block everything our Mazi was doing with the help of those that sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have all this information. We know they exist. Now, what I'm saying, if our DPM always tell us, Mazi Choose, that the African countries that recognized us, I said it here, during our leader, Dum Odumegwu Ojukwu, has not withdrawn their this thing. And I say big thank you to them. And they are not supposed to also. But then, remember, they are new people there now. The reason of that time and now is not the same. If we are writing, that's the point I'm making. If we are writing again to those countries, we have to write to those countries based on today's reality. That's why I said we cannot just write one letter and make photocopy. That's where the problem is for me. Now, if we are able to get these good African countries that has working already and has jump-started the work that everybody is seeing. Do you know, France was accusing Burkina that they are using AI because they want to tell the Africans that cannot reason that what they are saying is not true, because they are scared that others will see that and know that there is a way to get out of this debt they put them. Burkina is not owing them anything. Even one African country has gone back to tell Trump to, I think it's Burkina also, to refund all the visa money they gave them, since they have said they will not. That is a way a government, a man work for his family. Let me leave this government. There's a way a man work for his